Welcome to Must See Movies. I'm your host, Justin Miller. Our first review today is for the movie The Darjeeling Limited. Let's take a look at the trailer.
I think we have a chance to make this kind of a life-changing experience, and I think we need it.
I want us to become brothers again like we used to be.
You're the two most important people in the world to me.
This is incredible! Why haven't we spoken in a year?
Because we don't trust each other.
Is that my belt?
Can I borrow it?
I want us to be completely open and say yes to everything, even if it's shocking and painful. You have any questions?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
What happened to your face?
What's going on? I don't know. I guess the train's lost.
What'd he say?
He says the train's lost.
How can a train be lost? It's on rails.
What's wrong with you?
Let me think about that.
Where you go when I don't know? I've killed my world and I've killed my time. So where do I go? What will I see? I see many people coming after me. So where you go to? I don't mind.
What are you doing in this place?
Well, originally, I guess we came here on a spiritual journey.
You don't love me! Yes, I do!
I love you too, but I'm gonna mace you in the face!
But that didn't really pan out.
I wonder if the three of us could have been friends in real life. Not as brothers, but as people.
We are not two, we are one.
To be continued.
This time
Reviewing our first film with me today is Jonathan Pierce from LaSalle College. So I thought that this movie was pretty good, and it has a lot of themes that go on in it. What would you say that some of the themes are that Wes Anderson uses?
So, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Wes Anderson. He uses in this movie a lot of the themes that you'll see in other movies, a lot of sibling rivalry, family abandonment. He plays on the relationships that a lot of us have, either with our siblings or our parents, and lovers too. And to me, it's a lot more realistic than some of the other movies we see. It makes me see myself in the movie more than a movie where it's kind of an action hero trying to destroy an empire, if you will, which I don't really see myself doing.
Do you think that the three main characters worked well in it, and why not?
So I'm a huge fan of Jason Schwartzman. Owen Wilson, he's all right in my book, and I wasn't really a huge Adrian Brody fan, but when they all come together, I feel like they could actually be brothers in real life. The way they play off of each other, the way they act just makes me feel like they're authentically, actually real brothers. And for me, that's, a big bonus for the film, just the fact that it looks and they act like they're actual brothers.
How do you feel about the location?
So I loved that what Wes Anderson did is he actually went to India and filmed the entire movie in India. There's a few scenes outside of it, but other than that, he went to it, and instead of having them in a studio, most of the movie takes place on a train, and he thought, maybe I'll do it in a studio, but he didn't want to bring his entire cast over to India just to film in a studio. So what he did is he rented a train for like an entire month and had them shoot on a train actually moving across India. And then most of the actors that you see in it that are Indian, he actually got from there rather than bringing over American Indians and having them shoot there. He found locals to actually shoot with.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you like the soundtrack that was featured in the movie?
So I love the soundtrack. It's absolutely spectacular. He uses a lot of songs by the Kinks and a few by the Rolling Stones, but he also uses some by a Bollywood director by the last name Ray. I would say his first name, but I'm going to completely butcher it. And he was a huge inspiration for him for this film, and he uses a lot of his sound throughout the film because he likes that feel. It was more authentic than some of the Bollywood films you'd see today.
So I guess we're going to take a look at the final scores on the first film of today's program. I gave it a 9, and you gave it a 10 as well.
Yep.
And definitely go and watch The Darjeeling Limited. It's a fantastic movie. Thank you for joining me today, Jonathan.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back with more must-see movie reviews right after this break, so please don't go away. Has there ever been a moment in your life that you've always dreamed of? For many women, their wedding day is one of the most important days of their entire lives. When 1 in 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer every year, they instantly think that dream is over. Brides Against Breast Cancer is an organization that helps these women see that breast cancer should not prevent them from having their dream wedding. The organization is proudly sponsored by the Center of Building Hope. It offers free information, programs, and services to cancer patients, caregivers, and family members, while also connecting them with other people who are undergoing a similar experience. Every year they have over 100 bridal shows that provide brides-to-be with an opportunity to find their dream gown with incredible savings, while also contributing to services that provide education, information, and an outreach to men, women, and children affected by cancer. For more information on how you can help, visit their website at www.brideabc.org. The Enjoy Life Leadership Academy is a summer camp for high school students to discover how living as a positive leader impacts the world. The academy takes place at Boston College for 1 week during July. 64 students will be accepted. They will work in groups of 8, participating in leadership-based workshops and activities. Everin Gundies, a professional educator and pioneer in the world of leadership education, directs this academy alongside 16 college students and former academy graduates. He founded the Leadership Academy in 2011 and has brought it to 3 different countries since. The orange bracelet is a symbol of membership to the Enjoy Life Club. It represents a healthy lifestyle and positive attitude. Please go to their website today to register for the summer. Learn how to enjoy life with this life-changing experience. The Food for Free charity bridges the gap between waste and want. Founded in 1981, their long-term mission has been to rescue fresh food that may go to waste otherwise and send it to those in need. Food for Free gives over 80 food programs around Massachusetts access to fresh fruits and vegetables every year. In addition, they also deliver their food directly to senior citizens and people with disabilities. Their main goal is to address short-term hunger, but it doesn't stop there. They also focus on obesity, diet-related diseases, and other health effects. Visit foodforfree.org to find out how you can make a donation. Again, that's foodforfree.org. Remember, waste not, want not. Sometimes, I wish I were a professional wrestler, putting people in headlocks and doing backflips in the air. Other times, I really wish I just had a ball that I could play with. And other times, I wish that a simple rose could make me happy. We all know that wishing isn't really that easy, but the Make-A-Wish Foundation works tirelessly to prove that wrong. The Make-A-Wish Foundation was founded in 1980 with the sole purpose of granting the wishes of terminally ill children in order to raise their spirits and spread joy. This nonprofit organization, on average, grants the wish of a child every 38 minutes in the U.S. And just last November, worked with the city of San Francisco to turn their entire city into Gotham to meet the wish of 5-year-old cancer patient Miles Scott, aka Bat Kid. For more information on the Make-A-Wish Foundation, making a donation, or referring a child for a wish, please visit www.wish.org or contact your local chapter. I'm Justin Miller, and you are watching Must See Movies. Our production staff reviews dozens of movies available now on DVD, Blu-ray, and digital download. Count on us to narrow down the list and save you time by bringing you only the best movie recommendations. In each episode, you will view the trailer and get the facts for 3 movies you won't want to miss. Check your local listings for our show schedule and be sure not to miss Must See Movies. Welcome back to Must See Movies. I'm your host, Justin Miller. Our second review today is for the movie Need for Speed. Let's preview the trailer.
They took everything from me. I do not fear, for you are with me. All those who defied me shall be ashamed and disgraced. Those who wage war against me shall perish. I will find strength, find guidance, and I will triumph.
My guest for our second film review today is Stanley from LaSalle College. So I thought that this fit into a pretty young age group, wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say it fit into a pretty young age group to around, well, pretty much everybody can watch it and enjoy it.
So this definitely comes from a franchise just like Fast and Furious. So are you a fan of the Need for Speed franchise? And if so, for how long have you been a fan?
I've definitely been a fan. I guess around maybe 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old. I got probably like the third game in there, like Hot Pursuit, and I guess ever since then I've kind of like fallen in love with it. Kind of liked it. I really like enjoyed it. Hasn't really, I guess it hasn't really, I don't know, hasn't really been as good since way back when, but it's still a pretty good series for anybody, any gamer to play and enjoy.
So we keep comparing it to Fast and Furious. Do you think that it has any similarities to the Fast and Furious franchise?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd definitely say that it has a lot of fast-paced action, a lot of vehicles, a good plot, around maybe a good plot, around an average plot, but a good plot, pretty good plot. And yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good too. Do you think there's anything that makes it unique from Fast and Furious at all?
I mean, I'd say that like the Fast and the Furious was a whole lot more like tuner oriented. Probably around maybe the first series, but maybe around like the next, like the sixth series, like the sixth installment in the series. Like I'd say that it kind of like mixed in between the two, for like tuner and exotic. Probably like had like a mix between tuner and exotic, but I'd say that was more tuner oriented, and that Need for Speed was more exotic oriented, except for maybe like the underground years, or like the most wanted years.
Are there any characters that stick out to you in any way?
Well, I haven't really seen the movie as much. I haven't really seen the movie at all, but I definitely say that the main character has an interesting background.
And if you ever get to see the whole movie, will your opinion of it change, and why or why not?
I'm still kind of skeptical at first because I still think that game-based movies don't really do as well. So I mean, if I see the movie, then I think my opinion of it will definitely change.
Yeah, I think a lot of ours will too. So now our final scores for the second film are going to be posted, and I gave it a 9, and you gave it a 7 as well too. So definitely recommend that everyone goes and sees Need for Speed. So thanks for joining me today, Stanley.
No problem.
So we'll be right back with one more must-see movie review right after this break. So please don't go away. Animal cruelty is an unfortunate act that happens every day. Poor defenseless animals are abused and left alone in the streets to fend for themselves. The Animal Rescue League of Boston was founded in 1899 in order to help these innocent animals get out of these abusive homes and off the streets. The animals are rescued and given food and shelter. However, they are in need of loving and caring homes. These animals need someone to give them a happy environment where they can live a life without fear. They need someone to give them the unconditional love that they all deserve. The Rescue League has 3 shelters in Boston, Brewster, and Dedham that you can visit, where you'll see all of our furry friends. All animals deserve to be loved and given a safe home. If you cannot provide a home, but would still like to help, please donate today by calling 617-226-5690. Your donation can save an innocent pet's life. In Massachusetts and Rhode Island, approximately 500 children between the ages of 2 and 18 are diagnosed with a life-threatening medical condition every year. Make-A-Wish Massachusetts and Rhode Island grants wishes for children with life-threatening medical conditions to enrich the human experience with hope, strength, and joy. For these children, a wish granted brings them a profound moment of joy. However, the power of wish extends far beyond this moment in time. It provides lasting hope needed to keep fighting, dreaming, and striving for the future. There are many ways to help grant wishes for children right here in our community, including donating, volunteering, giving airline miles, starting a fundraising campaign, or hosting an event. A wish gives a child the chance to be a child again. To donate or get involved with Make-A-Wish Massachusetts and Rhode Island, visit www.massri.wish.org. Are you looking for community service volunteer hours? Do you enjoy helping people in the world around you? Do you have any art supplies that are not being used anymore? Then the Colored Pencil Project is the organization for you. Imagine being in a foreign country that does not have sufficient amount of art supplies for children. That's when the Colored Pencil Project steps in and helps. What is the Colored Pencil Project? They are a nonprofit organization that provides art supplies such as colored pencils and paper to kids to help them draw and to be creative. The Colored Pencil Project was founded by Hannah Richards when she first distributed notebooks and pens to children in Southeast Asia. Since then, they have helped close to 10,000 children worldwide. For more information, or if you're interested in organizing an art supply drive, please contact us at info@thecoloredpencilproject.org. Let's make this world a little more creative. Are you and your family looking for a place to go and have fun while getting exercise in? Well, look no further. The Western Suburban YMCA is the place for you. There are many sports programs and activities for both boys and girls of all age groups, such as basketball leagues, flag football leagues for ages 5 to 11, and lacrosse programs. There are also lots of activities for the adults as well. There are many different fitness programs available for adults, ranging from one-on-one personal training with our excellent training staff to group exercise programs. The final question is, how much will all of this cost you? For young adults from ages 19 to 29, there is a $52 monthly fee. A family of 4 can have a membership for $112 a month. That's only $28 per family member. The Western Suburban YMCA is a great choice for you and your family to go and have fun and get some great exercise. Feel free to call or visit if you have any questions regarding our programs or membership options. You're watching Must See Movies. I'm your host, Justin Miller. Our third review today is for the movie Flight. Let's first watch the trailer.
Good morning, Trina.
Good morning, Captain Whitaker.
Here's your manifest with 102 souls on board.
Let's get them tucked in. We're ready to push. How you feeling, Whip. Looked like you pulled some kind of move up there, man. You saved a lot of lives.
We are in a dive.
I have no control on my side.
We going down?
Everybody in brace positions.
The way you landed that plane was nothing short of a miracle.
I see nothing but houses. Evan, listen to me. Trim us nose down.
Plane fell apart at 30,000 feet.
We're gonna roll it.
What do you mean, roll it?
Ready? Here we go.
I'm on the list, baby girl. There is all kinds of crazy news people out here. You're a rock star, man. You will never pay for another drink as long as you live.
Captain Whitaker is a real American hero.
This is Hugh Lang. He's an attorney from Chicago. Why do we need a lawyer?
You don't remember having your blood drawn the night of the crash? You had alcohol in your system. That could be life in prison.
The NTSB hearings in 10 days.
Captain Whitaker!
They're under the microscope right now.
Are you hiding something?
You gonna shoot me? Can I come inside?
Yeah, come on inside. I'll shoot you inside.
This was an act of God.
Whose God would do this?
Our investigators concluded the aircraft failed.
The FAA placed 10 pilots in simulators, recreated the events. Every pilot killed everybody on board. You were the only one who could do it.
You saved my mom.
I want to talk about the days leading up to the accident.
This thing is so heavy it's killed me. I drank the night before the flight.
Does Whitaker know he's going to jail? My clients don't go to jail.
It's alive, Whip. It's alive.
I'm trying to save your life.
What life? We're gonna start power!
Brace for impact. No one could have landed that plane like I did.
Reviewing our third film with me today is Tyler from LaSalle College. So Tyler, this film centers a lot around drinking, and Denzel Washington's character drank. Do you think that he should have been drinking before he got on the plane, and why or why not?
I don't think he should have been drinking. It's obviously, completely against the law. I think what he did was completely heroic, and it was obvious that nobody else could have done that in that situation. But again, it is against the law to drink and drive, or in that case, fly. So I do think, he was in the wrong, but at the same time, very heroic for what he did.
The whole controversy is around him going to jail for killing people. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah. It was a question of whether or not he deserved to be placed in jail or not, and determining whether again, he was drunk enough or what have you. So.
Do you think that the special effects in this movie were real? Like we saw in the trailer, how the plane was flying down, it looked really intense.
Yeah, that's the perfect word for it. It's a very intense movie. It's very real. The cinematography is unbelievable. Denzel has so much passion for what he does, and portrays that in all of his movies, and you can tell. So it's very intense, very realistic. I think he does a great job, at that movie, in that role.
Do you think he was a hero, and why or why not?
I do think he was a hero. Again, even though he was in the wrong for, drinking prior to flying, there were 102 people on board, and I think it was, 4 that ended up dying. And it was proven that no other, pilot could have done that in that scenario.
I guess my final question is, would you have admitted to being drunk in the court, and why or why not?
I would have. It was on his conscience. He knew what he did was wrong, and it was bothering him. So I think in the long run, I myself would have felt better, and I know that he felt better after, telling the truth about what actually happened, even though he did have to serve, his time in jail.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So we're going to take a look at our final scores for our last film of this broadcast. I gave it a 10, and you also gave it a 10 as well too, Tyler. So thanks a lot for joining me on Must See Movies today to review Flight.
Thank you for having me.
That's going to do it for this edition of Must See Movies. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Justin Miller. We hope to see you back here next time. Boston Children's Hospital is dedicated to pediatric health care, with nearly 400 hospital beds to care for kids. Our relaxed atmosphere takes their minds off of any unfortunate circumstances. Playing games and having special guests come to the hospital are regular activities you'll see us doing. We even provide these children with stuffed animals and toys to comfort them when they're lonely or sad. Boston Children's Hospital offers a complete range of healthcare services for children, from birth right up through age 21. We use state-of-the-art equipment and trained professionals to make sure that all of their needs are satisfied. We also have approximately 25,000 inpatient admissions and schedule over 500,000 visits annually. Every dollar counts for these children and goes to support anything from candy to full cancer treatments. Log on to www.childrenshospital.org now to donate and to find out more information. Are you willing to rock a new hairstyle while also helping out a child in need? Locks of Love is a non-profit organization that provides hair pieces to financially disadvantaged children in the United States and Canada. These hair pieces are for children 21 and under and are provided to help restore their self-esteem and confidence. Locks of Love creates wigs that properly fit children. To keep the hairpiece in place, a suction technique is used to keep comfort in mind. Once a wig is put on, you can cut and style it just like you would with real hair. Children can also go swimming, do gymnastics, or any other activities without a fear of their wig coming off. In order to make a child's wig, 6 to 10 ponytails of 8 inches or longer are used. Hair shorter than 8 inches is sold to offset the price of making the wig. Most gray or lightly dyed hair is accepted, but please no bleached or striped hair. So help out today and donate your hair to a child in need. Did you know that over 8.6 million pets are being euthanized every year because we simply do not have the space to house them? In the South, puppies are thrown in dumpsters, drowned, or left in a box in the woods to die. These dogs need your help. Save a Dog is a humane society that focuses on rescuing and rehoming dogs abandoned by their owners. Family operated since 1999, Save a Dog works throughout Massachusetts and other states in a quest to save these helpless dogs. Their primary mission is to save as many dogs as possible. They've created a network of foster homes and shelters in order to save the dogs and get them out of overpopulated areas. So far, they have rescued and adopted over 4,300 dogs. Save a Dog also works in educating people to adopt rather than buy. With so many dogs waiting for a family to love them, the time to adopt is now. Visit our website at www.saveadog.org to donate today. At Minutes for Memories, we realize that it only takes a few minutes to create memories that will last a lifetime. Our mission involves memories that have the potential to lift people up when they need it the most. Founded in 2011, it provides a helping hand with those who need assistance, a smile, or just a friend to help them go through these tough times. Minutes for Memories create priceless memories for children between the ages of 5 to 25 who have sustained a long-term injury. The goal is to show that these injuries that they have do not restrict them, but instead inspire them to have a full life like everyone else. It can be anything like going to a Red Sox or Bruins game, or going to a theater to watch the latest play. Minutes for Memories want children to see the bright side of everything. Visit minutesformemories.org for more information.